these 16 people have all applied to be contestants. They were shortlisted from over 5,000 applicants, but the audition process isn't over yet. By the end of the day, we'll reduce them from 16 to 10. What you're about to see is the ultimate test. Who amongst these people is good enough to be a contestant? And who amongst them is good enough to be the mole? Our story starts in 4 different cities around Australia. The 16 contestant hopefuls have simply been told to meet in the lobbies of hotels in Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra and Hobart. None of these people know each other, and they don't even know that a person sitting next to them is a rival contestant. It's not until each group is given a video cassette that things become a little clearer.
I have a package for you. Thanks.
Yeah, yes. You collect.
Yeah, slap it in the video.
Videotape. Ooh, secret message.
Slap in the VCR.
Good morning and welcome to The Mole. I have an assignment for you. You must make your way to Victoria, to the Ridges, Melbourne and Exhibition Street, and you must be there by 4 o'clock this afternoon. That gives you just 6 hours. The concierge at the hotel you're in at the moment has an envelope for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Is that it?
That's obviously just...
That's nice, isn't it? We're going to go to Victoria.
We're going to go to Melbourne.
You're from Melbourne.
Welcome home.
Great.
Where's my girlfriend? I'm going to catch up with them.
It comes to
Go. Eva.
Excellent, thank you.
Oh, thank God. Got airplane tickets.
We got cash.
It's always a good thing.
The assignment for the 16 of them is to travel from the city they're in to the Ridges Hotel in Melbourne.
Must use 5 different forms.
They must each use 5 different forms of transport.
You may spend no more than $500.
But more importantly, they must learn everything they can about their rival contestants. Each group is given a set of dossiers about all the other contestant hopefuls.
Oh, they all look suspect to me. These look like mugshots.
I know, they are mugshots.
Later that day, they'll all be tested on how much they've remembered.
When you get to Melbourne, you will each be tested on the information contained in the contestant dossiers. The test will involve 16 multiple choice questions.
And the 6 people who score least will be sent home.
Who score lowest in the questionnaire will be eliminated.
The assignment is the last stage in the selection process to be a contestant on The Mole.
So obviously they're going to be testing us.
Maybe we should do it
En route.
The more time we can spend on that, the
We
better.
get to the airport, we check in.
It will be a test of teamwork because everyone in each group must work together to get to Melbourne in time.
I'm just trying to organise a very, very quick trip in a seaplane for 4 people, and I really need to do it as cheaply as I can.
What's the plan?
Yeah, well, we've got to do that over here for the camera.
Okay.
It will be a test of memory because they must each learn the contestant dossiers off by heart. And, as they will soon find out, it will be a test of strategy.
So what colour eyes has Angela got?
Brown. We'll trust you.
So, who are all these people? The 15 contestant hopefuls and, somewhere amongst them, the mole.
I'm a try-hard actor and singer.
And I managed to cut 92 sets of toenails from 92 people.
As part of the audition process, everyone spent 2 minutes in front of a camera telling us why we should pick them.
Well, how can you not pick me?
Mel's 38 and he comes from New South Wales.
Have a go at me. Look at this beautiful hair, or whatever hair. Look at me. Beautiful. Just beautiful brown eyes. Look, I think I can do it for you.
Can you spell your last name again, Mel?
Fiona's a care worker from Western Australia.
You really got to pick me to go on The Mole. I'm 29 years of age. I live at my parents' house. I hate my job to a certain extent, so I really need the money.
So I think we're going to get 1 question on each person.
Shane Jolly is an advertising executive.
Because there's 16 questions.
What question will it be?
That is the question. That is the question.
This group is making its way to Melbourne from Brisbane.
Upstairs and turn right.
The fourth person in the group is Helen Nation.
I'm their Australian.
Helen's an opal miner from New South Wales.
54, opal miner, fit, and I'd love to be on this show. We need 3 copies of each.
They're photocopying the contestant dossiers so that they can all learn the details at the same time. Michael Laffey is one of the contestant hopefuls in the group travelling from Hobart.
Laffey, L-A-F-F-Y.
He's a 33-year-old builder from Victoria.
Just climb in there, take up as much room as you like.
It's never going to hit my head.
As one of their 5 forms of transport, this group has decided to hire a pair of seaplanes. In addition to their air tickets, each group has a budget of $500, and the rules say that each form of transport they take must take them at least 1 kilometre.
Okay, it's mine. I'm glad to be off, but it was great fun.
There's a ferry out there now.
Also in this group is Jessica Hardy.
Can we go and ask someone, please?
She's a receptionist from New South Wales.
Dun 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 doo-da, doo-da. Jessica is on the mole, oh doo-da day.
Oh, I'll take those. Thank you.
Good on you. I need all of them because I haven't even had a chance to study this at all.
It only takes 5 minutes, really.
Does it?
It does take 10 minutes.
Angela Linforth is a beauty therapist from WA.
I want to show Australia, Perth, that this skinny little female has actually got some guts, because I know I've got guts and I have got a brain and I'm not just a beauty therapist. You go,
Because...
for bimbo. No, excuse me.
What is
I think the way I'm going.
Sure, is he?
Don't laugh. He might be a doctor.
Returning back to do honours or something.
The dossier they're studying is that of Mike Shepherd. He's in the group that's travelling from Canberra. Mike's a 61-year-old student. With him is Hal Pritchard.
Michael Laffey, he's 33 and a builder.
Hal's 31 and he owns a kitchenware shop.
If you want the geek with broken teeth, that's me as well. It's all of these things. If you want the athletic sportsman's type, I can play that role as well.
Hal and Mike are travelling with Natalie McKay and Emily Fitzsimmons.
Brooke Marshall, who's a bar manager.
At age 19, Emily's the youngest of all.
She's from Victoria, from East Bentley.
Brooke, the bar manager, is in the group travelling from Sydney.
What's going on?
Okay.
She's 24 and she lives in East Bentley, Victoria.
I said we've got 10 minutes to spare. We should do some research.
I've found out so far that Brooke is from Melbourne.
Town.
I'd just say
Where's your pad?
Abbotsford.
Abbotsford.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
My name is Chris. My last name is Zaya.
Chris lives in South Australia. He's 26.
I'm actually going to be winning the money. I'm going to be on the adverts. I'm going to be in TV Week.
Pisces. I'm very single and I have no children. How many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
Terry Sharp is a pharmacy assistant.
I think I've got what it takes to not only give you good ratings and make for good television, but be an inspiration to other people.
By the end of the day, 6 people will be sent home and 10 people will go on to compete for up to $200,000. Who stays and who goes depends entirely on a computer questionnaire about how much everyone's learned about everyone else. But how can you know that what your rival contestants in your own group have been telling you is the truth? 16 contestant hopefuls in 4 groups of 4 are travelling to Melbourne in the final stage of the selection process to be on the mole. They must each use at least 5 different forms of transport. They must arrive at the hotel in Melbourne by 4 p.m. and each group has a budget of $500 plus their plane tickets. These 4 are travelling to Melbourne from Hobart.
Does this bus go to the airport? Or anywhere near? No. Where does it go?
Can you take us to the airport?
Yeah.
I probably could. It's a long way. Oh, it's not that long.
It's not long.
You'll get a return fare, surely.
60 bucks.
All right.
Yeah!
The trip to Melbourne is only part of their test. More importantly, everyone must learn about everyone else.
Okay, I've got the dossiers here.
This is still part of the selection process to be a contestant, and by the end of the day, 6 people will be eliminated. Who is sent home and who stays depends on how much they've each learnt about everyone else. It's a straightforward test of memory.
John Edwards.
Or is it?
Michael Laffey. Michael, 32.
Correct.
And you are in a relationship.
Yep.
Each group's dossiers only give information about people in the other groups. To find out about your rival contestants in your own team, you'll have to ask them questions about themselves and trust that what they're saying is the truth.
And you're married, 17 years, you told me. And you've got probably 3 kids.
Spot on.
Oh, psychic.
So, who is telling the truth about themselves and who is lying?
53?
Lying to your rival contestants means that they will get questions about you wrong. So they are more likely than you to be eliminated. Some of the contestant hopefuls have been lying to each other about where they live, how many children they have, what they do for a living, and how old they are.
Thanks, mate.
It's day 1, and they're already deceiving each other. So what hope does anyone have of ever discovering who the mole is? Who better to ask than last year's mole, Alan Mason?
How to spot the mole. Don't just look at what he or she is doing. Look at what they're not doing.
Each of the contestant hopefuls is already suspicious about everyone else. Who is telling the truth about themselves? Who is withholding information? And who is being less than helpful with the assignment? Whatever happens, they must arrive at the Ridges Hotel in Melbourne by 4 p.m. If they don't, the entire group will be eliminated. But there's a problem, as the group in Brisbane is finding out.
Apparently there's a protest in Melbourne today. The taxi drivers are blockading the airport.
Obviously it is
terrible. That's what they say. That's not from the airport, that's just from the limo company that told me that.
Yeah, might have to ring the Harley boys.
Sidecars for luggage?
Worst comes to worst.
To catch the mole, you've got to think like the mole. How would you sabotage the assignment, and how would you avoid being caught?
We'll have to wait till we get to Melbourne.
We could always thumb.
The mole will look as if they're playing really hard, but how useful to the team are they really being?
The group from Canberra has already landed in Melbourne, and they've walked straight into the taxi blockade.
We can either hire a car and hope to get out that way or walk over the picket line ourselves.
We're going to be walking on a freeway, if that's what's going to happen. I wouldn't suggest that at all, unfortunately.
The 4 travelling from Sydney have also now landed in Melbourne, and they have enough money left over to hire a limousine.
To drive us to Exhibition Street, please.
How much can you estimate?
I'm happy with this. Excellent, thank you very much.
It's going. Yes.
Got it.
To find the mole, you've got to look at the contestants' backgrounds. Where do they live? What do they do? What are their interests? If they're not using all of their skills and knowledge as best they can, then they could be the mole.
Do you want quiet time, or is this annoying everybody totally? Is this really peeing you off? Do you want me to be quiet?
The Brisbane group has now landed in Melbourne.
We want to get to a place like a rail station near...
They've so far travelled by bus and plane, and they need to use 3 more forms of transport.
Beautiful.
There's still time for last-minute revision.
Brooke Marshall is a yes bar manager.
Youngest person?
Emily Fitzsimmons, 19. Student.
Paddington.
Yeah, Paddington.
New South Wales.
15 of these people are desperate to stay on the show. But there's one person who hasn't a care in the world because he or she knows that they can't be eliminated.
So what type of person is the mole? Will they remain in the background like I did? Or will they double bluff and be noticed by everyone?
This is the most vital part of the day.
Don't tell me.
If I was playing the mole this year, I'd do it differently. Last year, I had it easy. The contestants didn't know what to look for, how the mole would operate.
Hope that wasn't our train.
Getting a bit close for comfort.
This year, it's going to be harder. A lot harder.
The first group to arrive at Ridges Exhibition Street in Melbourne
Driving in style.
is the group that travelled from Sydney.
Oh, Grant.
Hello.
Hi.
Terry, good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Brooke, lovely to see you.
How you doing?
Chris,
How you
good to
going?
see you. G'day, Michael. How are you, mate? Good to see you. The day's not over yet. No day on the mole is this short. So if you could wait for us in room 403, you'll be getting further instructions.
All right, thank you.
Grant.
403. Okay, guys, let's hit it.
Let's go.
A computer questionnaire will decide which 10 people will stay and which 6 people will be sent home. The questionnaire consists of 16 questions, all of which are based on the dossiers that each person has been learning. But memory is only part of what's needed. How honest has everyone been with the information they've been giving each other?
I hope they were all telling the truth. They seem to be.
Terry said that she was a pharmacy assistant. Then probably after lunch she said, well, I'm really a taxi driver.
I'd be upset to go. I really would be. I'd feel as though I didn't get a chance to perform, as I know I can.
These 4 are finishing their computer questionnaires.
I had so many mental blanks there. It's not fair thinking my life revolves around that.
But the remaining 12 are yet to arrive at the hotel.
4 stations.
It's 20 past 3.
And time is running out. The group travelling from Hobart has arrived at the Ridges Exhibition Street in Melbourne. It's now their turn to complete the computer questionnaire. The questions are based on the contestant dossiers they've been learning, and the 6 people who score lowest will be sent home.
My intention is to be part of it right through to the end of the series. I'll be disappointed if I don't do that. But the closer I get to it, the better it'll be. And I reckon I've got about 80% of it.
To give themselves a better chance of staying in the game, some people have been lying to their rival contestants.
Jessica, I don't think at this stage has told a lot of lies. And Angela really, up to this point, hadn't thought a lot about it.
Now, John's a bit funny. I said when we first met, he told me his name was Jeff and told everybody else his name was John. And I asked him and he won't answer any questions. He's so paranoid.
She told me my name was Jeff. She quoted me my age incorrectly, so I naturally was going to agree with that.
Michael's told a few little white lies. And John, he also has been a bit devious.
They've pointed at me during the course of the day that they don't completely trust me. I'd rather they don't trust me.
These 4 have finished their questionnaires. All they can do now is wait for the results. Other contestant hopefuls are yet to arrive at the hotel. They have till 4 p.m. and the group from Brisbane is cutting it.
Just about there.
The group from Canberra, meanwhile, has made it with 15 minutes to spare.
You made it here safe and sound?
Yes,
And in good time. Congratulations.
It's now the Canberra group's turn to complete the questionnaire.
Well, it's 6 out of 16 people. A third of the people are going to leave, 2/3 are going to stay. The odds are obviously in favour of you staying.
Hal, I think, would be one to watch. He seems quite intelligent and sort of cluey. Mike's a bit strange. I'm not too sure about him at the moment.
Memory's not my strongest point. I'm usually better on physical things. I don't think we've had any liars as yet. I have been trying to watch that fairly carefully.
I've lied a little. I've lied a little, because I'm looking out for myself.
There are 4 more people yet to arrive.
About nip and tuck.
They've been travelling from Brisbane, and it's taken them nearly 6 hours so far. They're on the last leg of their journey, by tram to Exhibition Street. And they have just a few minutes left. If they don't make it to the hotel by 4 p.m, all 4 of them will be eliminated.
You take them, mate?
Oh.
Thank you. Welcome to the Ridges. Thank you.
Thank you.
You do know you're the last group in. All the others have beaten you here. You know that, don't you?
Okay. Well,
so I'm afraid that that's just in time. So congratulations. Well done.
They've made it to the hotel in time.
Here we go.
All they need to do now is beat at least 6 of the other contestant hopefuls in the computer questionnaire.
If I was one of the ones that were eliminated, really disappointed. Yeah, really. I mean, to think you made it this far and you feel you're not going to let anybody down and you're eliminated. I feel that it's going to be fairly close competition.
I've got a pretty good memory for things. I'm pretty sure Helen's been up front. I don't think that she would be able to tell lies well. Shane, I don't think that he's been telling lies at all. Mel, I'm a little bit questionable about. He's a very clever man.
I believe everyone in my group today has been honest, yes. I think Shane maybe have more about him than what he's leading on.
I've had a small suspicion this morning about Mel, and I actually told him before. He looked very mysterious to me, so I don't want to be part of those 6 that go home. I couldn't think of anything worse than going home, to be honest.
All 16 of the contestant hopefuls have now completed the questionnaire. Who will stay and who will go will be revealed the following morning. And it's by helicopter that the 10 successful contestants will be travelling to their first assignment. But for the 6 who scored least in the computer questionnaire, this will be the end of the road.
Good morning. Good morning. I trust you all slept well. This morning marks the beginning of a remarkable journey for 10 of you. For 6 of you, that journey won't even start. When I type your name into the computer, the screen will come up green or red. If it comes up red, I'd like you to grab your luggage and move to one of the 2 cars outside. If it comes up green, leave your luggage and move to the helicopter. Okay? Shall we begin?
Do it.
Yep. Get it done.
Helen.
I thought I was going to a funeral in there, but it's like, oh, it's wonderful.
Christopher?
What can I say? Hardcore, but that's what you get.
Fiona?
Go. Well done.
Well done. I'm so shocked. I was expecting to be booted big time.
Hal?
Well done, That's fantastic. Never been in a helicopter. I think that's about to change.
John? Mike?
Cheerio, gang. Very nice meeting you all.
The best of luck to you. See you, Dad.
Shane? Terry?
I'm devastated. I really wanted to show you that I'm more than just answering a few questions. You've missed out, really have. I'm sorry for you guys because there's a lot to Terry Sharp that you just didn't find out. But hey, that's the game, isn't it?
Emily?
Yeah, baby.
Brooke?
You tell me.
Go.
Mel?
There are now 5 contestant hopefuls remaining. 2 of them will be joining the show, and 3 of them will be going home.
Michael Brown. Natalie? Michael Laffey.
There are just 2 people left, Angela and Jessica. One of them will be staying. She'll be the 10th contestant on the mole. And one of them will be sent home. Jessica. Only Angela and Jessica remain. One of them will become the 10th contestant on the mole, and one of them will be sent home. Jessica.
Kind of expect to be going through, so yeah, it's not good.
Oh my God, my heart was going 50 million miles an hour. I just did not think that I would be here.
We get the hug again. Looking pretty happy. We get the hug well done, mate. Pretty happy. Well done.
Oh God.
These 10 people are about to start an incredible journey of intrigue and adventure, and one of them will win up to $200,000. For the 6 who are now on their way home, there is only the consolation that at least they made it this far.
At least we weren't the first to go, Pet.
The rejects.
I know, aren't we?
We are
You're not a reject.
These 6 people scored lowest on the computer questionnaire. For some of them, it was memory that failed them. For others, perhaps it was their teammates' lies that caused their downfall. Perhaps these 6 people were too trusting to be on the mole.
Congratulations. And welcome to the mole. Well, the day's young. We have a challenge for you. If you'll jump in the chopper, I'll let you know more a little later. Let's go.
Ahead of them is their first assignment, and it's for $10,000. These are our 10 contestants. In the coming weeks, 7 of them will be eliminated. One of them will get to the very end, but will walk away with nothing. One of them will win up to $200,000. And one of them will be revealed as a traitor, someone who has been planted by us to sabotage their efforts. Ahead of them is a journey of adventure, deception, and betrayal. Their journey has begun.
When my name was typed up first, I thought, but then when it came up green, I mean, I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. That was sort of a cruel way to do it, but I guess that's the way the game goes. When I got outside, I was so pleased that I was out there. And then for those last ones in there, it must have been just absolutely nerve-wracking.
Our hearts were racing, the anticipation was so hard. And slowly the screen, red, you're gone. Green, you know, you hear all the screaming and shouting. And one by one, like flies, we were getting eliminated. And my heart has never beaten so fast in my whole entire life.
My heart was going 100 miles an hour.
Shane?
I got the green, and I had never felt so ecstatic in all my life. I was absolutely beside myself.
It came down to me and this girl, Jessica, and I was just saying, please God, please God. Called out her name, and it was red, and I went, oh my God, I'm in.
Their first assignment takes place south of Melbourne on the Mornington Peninsula. We're flying them to HMAS Cerberus, the largest naval training base in Australia.
Your first assignment. This is a naval assault course. It takes a fit person 20 minutes to complete it. We're going to give you 40 minutes for all of you to complete it. The first obstacle, the flying fox. There are 9 obstacles. For each obstacle you refuse or fail, you lose 2 minutes off the allotted time. Good luck. I'll hand you over to leading seaman Joe Carroll, who'll now instruct you and look after your safety. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, would you like to follow me?
Lead the way, Joe.
Their first obstacle is the 15-metre high flying fox. They'll jump off the platform and fly 200 metres across the ground. It's only when they've all done that that they can attempt the rest of the course, a series of tunnels, ropes and obstacles stretching over a kilometre. The clock has started. They have 40 minutes. To complete the entire course in time, and they'll win $10,000 to the group's kitty.
Hey! Stand clear of the flying fox!
Hal's the first on the flying fox.
Good form. It's away, mate.
For some of them, the flying fox will be a test of courage, and every hesitation is time lost. Even climbing the pole is a feat of courage and strength.
Okay? Go, Helen. I'm over 50. I feel that I can run rings around a lot of the younger ones because I've sort of kept fit all through my life. Do you sort of think, I can do this easy and do it?
Almost there.
Or do you stuff up a little bit and make them think, she's stuffing up, she's the mole?
Pretending to be the mole is a tactic to stay in the game. If others think that you're the mole, they're going to be more likely than you to be eliminated. So who could be the mole? Who is acting suspiciously? It's day 2, and already there are suspects.
Got any suspicions? Yeah, working on it? Yeah.
Not saying anything.
Trying to suss each other.
I think the mole's getting a little bit more cautious too.
Yeah, maybe.
Emily, she's a sharp one, very sharp, very intelligent, good memory, has acting ability. Is she old enough to be the mole? Emotionally stable enough, you know, got the experience and the runs on the board to do it? I'm not so sure at this stage, but I wouldn't rule her out.
Go for it. You ready? Go. Stand clear. Stand clear. Stand clear. Go. 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 Come on.
At the moment, my suspicions about who the mole is. I'm still going a little bit towards how.
Yeah, we're more aware.
He made sure he was the first one in. He knows a lot about assault courses and stuff for someone that owns a kitchen shop.
Come on, John.
He tends to hang back from the group a little bit as well, so I do have my suspicions about him.
Everyone is suspicious. I'm looking at Brooke from Melbourne, the bar manager. She's pretty quiet. She's actually, well, to me, she's in the background. Brooke's suspicious. Mel's suspicious.
How's it looking, Angela?
John.
Stay clear!
I don't know about John.
Righto, come on, don't hesitate. Go! Go for
I'll
it.
keep my eye on him and watch him.
That's it.
All right, big fella.
I've got a couple of people in mind who I think may be the mole. I'm still leaning towards Michael at this present moment.
Mel's up.
Stay clear! We are!
I haven't written off Shane. Shane's a bit of a dark horse because he said a few things that, to me, don't really fit.
Stand clear!
Michael is the last one down. Still ahead of them is a grueling kilometre-long assault course. They've got 40 minutes in total to win the $10,000 and they're racing the clock.
Yeah, come on.
Check that out.
Come on, guys!
Yeah, I'll come when I'm off.
Come on!
Let's go, Michael.
Come on!
Get that hook off
Well
quick.
done, mate. You're the last one off. You've done very, very well.
Yep.
And you've got 16 minutes to complete the rest of the course. It's over there. We better go. Come on.
16 minutes to win $10,000.
How long have we got?
Take the harness off!
Let's go.
How long have we got?
16 minutes.
16 minutes. All right. Come on.
45.
Come on.
16 minutes for the mole to sabotage the assignment.
Come on!
Right for Michael.
15:30. Come on!
They have less than 16 minutes to complete a naval assault course.
Get it off, mate.
Get it off!
If they do it in time, they'll pick up $10,000 for the kitty.
Who's first?
Who's first on this? Come on!
Come on, Junior!
But any time anyone fails to complete an obstacle, they'll lose 2 minutes off their allotted time. And the $10,000 could go begging. The rope obstacle looks simple, but it's easy to lose your balance if you rush it.
Go on, big fella, go!
From my perspective today, I did what I had to.
Go around.
It's too early in the game to hold back.
11 minutes to go, and they've made a critical mistake. They ran around an obstacle instead of running through
Here's
it.
an obstacle. You haven't completed it. The time's still going.
It's cost them time, and it was no accident.
Come on! Go!
Mel and Michael, they were working so hard to help other people through the challenge, you couldn't really suspect them at this stage.
Left, right. Up! Up here! Up!
I feel Mel's probably not doing as well as he could. And when I was on the monkey bars, he ran into the back of me.
Go back! Take your time.
It hasn't become cutthroat yet. Everyone's still buddy-buddy, but I think as time goes on, we will slowly start to get on each other's nerve.
4 minutes left, and 2 obstacles to go. Their $10,000 is looking safe, unless any of them slip, stumble, or deliberately waste time.
Congratulations, the first assignment completed. $10,000 in the kitty.
Good work. Now, before we send 8 of you off to have a shower, who would you like to elect as 2 who are very handy at spinning a yarn? 2 of you who are handy at spinning a yarn. Quickly decide amongst yourselves. You don't have much fun. Yep.
Who can tell a yarn? Actually, Angela's pretty good. She told a couple yesterday.
No, I don't have to go.
Yep.
Brooke, you should know.
You?
Hey.
Okay. Here we go.
Fiona and Shane?
Yep.
The other 8, hit the showers.
Thank you.
You 2, we have a challenge for you.
Thanks, guys.
Next week on The Mole, Shane and Fiona, can they lie?
There's a crack in the windscreen. That was actually our last tour.
And can they trust each other? A busload of tourists, and no one knows that the tour guides are fakes.
We need to get another line. Puffing Billy is the brother trained to Thomas the Tank Engine.
Who's lying?
Better make sure I've got my facts right here.
And who's just playing the game?
Well, I'm sure I'll have a very nice day.
Trapped in a bunker with a time bomb.
To survive, they must correctly cut 4 different coloured wires.
Everyone else is helping to defuse it.
Guys, here he is.
But is one of them the mole?
What are you doing?
They're in a cell.
Anybody there? Brooke!
It's a race against the clock. But make one mistake and the bomb will explode.
Jump and go.
And diving for survival. Pick the right key to win the money.
What are our odds now? It's got worse now. It's 2 to 1.
But who's doing what? And how are they getting away with it? 10 people left, but 1 will go. Beaten by the mole.
From 12:30 Saturday afternoon, Ansett Cup coverage of the Carlton-Adelaide match. Then at 3:15, our second AFL match for the day kicks off with the Kangaroos up against St Kilda. Stay with us now for Blue Healers.
People have started on a remarkable journey. One of them has been planted by us to sabotage the efforts of the others, who are all trying to win a series of assignments.